What's up, guys? How we doing? I'm midway through. I'm like 75% done with the project so far. I got the engine in, transmission, the headers, the IRS, drive shaft, waiting on an exhaust, and I got most of the interior in, but right now I'm doing most of my wiring before I complete the interior, and then before I put all my fenders on and stuff like that, so I can get everything tucked inside the fenders. And I wanted to go through the method that I used for mounting the PCM on the Gen 3, because if you see, the engine harness is a little bit shorter. This is the engine harness, and it is a lot shorter than on the Gen 1 and Gen 2s, and so a lot of people are having trouble mounting it, and I just wanted to show what I did, and so hopefully that'll help people out on their projects. So I didn't want to mount the PCM inside the engine bay, and if you mount the PCM inside the engine bay, none of this really matters. You just leave the harness where it is, you just plug it in right here, good to go. But I wanted it hidden, and so I needed to get a little bit of extra length out of my harness and mount it right here. Now, I'm told Power by the Hour sells a bracket that we'll use for mounting in this location. I built my own bracket, and so it's in the exact location that I want, and it saved me $100, and it worked out really nice, so I'm happy with it. And so what I did to get the extra length, so this harness typically comes across, it goes over here and then wraps underneath here and then comes down. So what I did was I cut this ground wire. There's a ground wire right here that goes to the bolt right here, attaching to the timing cover, and so I cut that. I'm going to extend it. I'll need another 3 or 4 inches right there, and then I pulled this down. I unplugged this so I could get it around, and then I pulled as far as I could forward here. You got to make sure your wires aren't too stretched. You don't want to put too much tension on them, but they're tight. It's going to be tight, but I feel like it has sufficient room. So then I scooted these over so I can slide them over the studs to hold it in place. And then I think the key is, you have enough length if you're able to stretch this wire underneath this little breather port, and then where it tees off, one will go on the bottom side and then the main harness will go on the top side. And then I'll have to plug that back in. And then I got enough room to get the harness to plug into the PCM right here. Now, on the control pack, the harness that goes into the cabin, I couldn't find a good way. Typically it mounts on the inside. This plug goes toward the engine bay, and I couldn't really find a good way to route it. Couldn't find enough wire. So what I did was I took the, let me show you right here. I took this cap off and I flipped the wires to the other side. So right now it's pointing to the right. It was pointing to the left. So it all would go into the engine bay, but I wanted it to go the other way, 180 degrees. So I took the plastic cover off, I pushed all the wires to the other side, and then put the cap back on, wrapped it up nice. So now I can click into place, and all my wires are going to be inside the fender, out of the way, clean inside the engine bay. And I really like it. I think it's going to work great. So I just wanted to check in and share everybody where I'm at, and also this little trick that helped me out a lot. I think it's gonna work real nice, and I will check back in later and show y'all guys where I'm at. Hopefully I have this wiring done in a couple of weeks, and I ordered wheels. Yes, I did order wheels, so I'm really excited about that. Those will probably be 6 weeks before I get those. And so that'll be end of September, early October, and it's gonna be tight to have this done before the LMR event, but I think I can make it happen. So I hope to see lots of people there and to come check out the build. Thanks a lot.